various operations can be performed on dictionary. Let us see the list of operations like len function to calculate the length, get, this pop item, keys, values, items, copy, set default, and your update. Now len function, which is a very common one for each of the dictionary, each of the data structures we have used already. So this is just going to calculate the number of items present. Now earlier we know there were a single entity as one item for each of the data structure, but now we have key value pair. So each key value pair is considered to be as one item. So we can call len function on a specific dictionary and we can find out how many elements are present. For example, here, let's say we have taken person having this is one item altogether holding a key value pair. This is another item. This is third item. So when I'm going to calculate len of this dictionary, that is person, and when I'm trying to store it in a variable and print later, I'm getting this 3. So there are 3 elements present in this particular dictionary. Get function is used to retrieve the value that is associated with a specified key. Now the syntax is dictionary, whatever dictionary you have, dot this get function, and you can specify the key. And this is an optional one, a default. Now let's see the first one. Say we took this dictionary person holding 2 items here. Now when I'm trying to get person dot get of name. So what is name here? The key. So it is going to fetch me the corresponding value that is associated with this key. That is nothing but your John here. But in case I'm trying to apply this get function on a key which is not present in the dictionary, then we are going to return none. Now let's see one more. Suppose we have taken one more dictionary here holding these 3 elements. Now we can use this default one, like I'm writing d dot get function 100. This is the key followed by some text or some value, I can say. Now how does it work? It is going to check first of all whether this key is available in the dictionary. Now you can see 100 is already available. So if the key is available, then its corresponding value is to be returned by this. Now let's see in the second category where I am calling the get function once again, but this time we have given 500. So but we observe 500 is not available in this dictionary. And this default value that I have written here, this is what I am going to get as an output. So whenever you are using get, if you are specifying some default value here, the default value will be retrieved or it will be displayed only when that key does not exist in the dictionary. But if the key is existing in the dictionary, its corresponding value will be displayed. So in this, because 100 is already available as a key, its corresponding existing value is displayed here. Whereas 500 as a key, it is not available in that given dictionary. Hence, I am setting this default value. That is what I am getting as an output. The pop function usually removes an entry associated with a specified key and it is going to return the corresponding value. Now, in case the specified key is not available, then it is going to raise a key error. Now, the syntax is we'll take some dictionary and apply this pop, and along with this, we are going to specify the key. So, if this key is available, its corresponding value is written and this is going to be removed. And if the specified key is not available, then we are going to get some exception, that is your key error. Now let's see, we have taken this dictionary holding this set of elements here. Now when I'm writing d.pop of 100, so 100 is available. So hence I'm going to get the return value, the corresponding value is written like we have said here. So what is the corresponding value here? Say this. Now if I'm trying to apply the same function pop on a key which does not exist in this particular dictionary, so then we are going to get a key error. Pop item function is little different from the pop, because pop item function will remove some arbitrary or some random key value pair on item from the dictionary, and it is going to return it. Now, in case the dictionary is empty, so then we will get a key error exception. So we take a dictionary, we call this pop item, no argument specified, because earlier when I used pop, we had specified the key here, but in pop item, there is nothing to be specified. Now this pop item is allowed to remove any element of its choice, which is randomly taken. Now let's say if this is a dictionary here, now when I'm applying this pop item on this dictionary D, so it is removing any one of them. For example, we have taken this, but it can remove either of this, because we do not guarantee, because it is going to remove some arbitrary element. Now, in case the dictionary is empty, where we do not have any element, and if I'm calling the function pop item on it, so then we will get this key error. So, on a empty dictionary, if you are applying this pop item, it is going to raise this key error. This function I can use whenever I want to return all the keys that are associated with a dictionary. So if I want to get all the keys that are present in a particular dictionary, because dictionary is a items holding key value pair, so only keys list I want. So then I can take the help of these keys. So what can I do is I can take the dictionary and call this keys. So if this is a dictionary here, and when I'm calling d dot keys, so the output is going to get like dict underscore keys, and you can see this entire keys which are in the form of a list we are going to get. Okay. Now, if you want to print all of them individually, so we can take the help of a for loop here. So for k in d dot keys, because d dot keys is going to produce this list of keys. Hence, one by one I can print. So, as a result, I can get this 100, 200 and 300. Now, similarly, we can also fetch the values by using the values function. So, it is going to return all the values that are associated in a dictionary. Now, the syntax remains same like we had used earlier the keys. Now, keys has been replaced with your values. So in this context, so we can take d dot values. So what does it do? All the values like this Disha, Ras, this Arya, they are going to return as in the form of a list. Now we can also take the help of a for loop in order to print all the values that are present, just like we have done it in the previous case. So here we are replacing what? D dot values, which is going to get me this list, and this for loop is going to access each of the elements, and we get this list printed. Now, if you want the entire items present in the dictionary in the form of this key value tuple, okay, then we can use this items. So what items function does? It is going to return a list. It is going to return a list of tuples. So each tuple is nothing but a combination of key and value pair. Now we can call upon this items function on a dictionary. Let's say this is a dictionary we have. So here we have taken two variables k and v separated by comma in d dot items, because d dot items is going to produce this kind of list. So first item, first value is key, the second one is your corresponding value of the key. So here k and your v are going to represent the key and the value. So for the first item, this items is going to retrieve 100 and Disha in the form of like this tuple. Now this k is going to take care of this key and v is going to take care of this value. So as a result, we get 100 hyphen Disha for the first item. Similarly, for the second item, we are going to get this 200 and Raj, and similarly, the third one 300 and Arya. A copy function is used to create a shallow copy of a dictionary. Like we earlier also discussed, shallow copy is nothing but once you create a copy of the dictionary, any changes you make to the dictionary, it will have no impact on the original one. So how do we apply this copy function? You take a dictionary and call the copy function. Like here we have taken one dictionary as a person holding certain elements, two elements are there. Now I'm going to call this copy function on this dictionary. So which is going to create a new dictionary, say p underscore copy here. And when I'm trying to print this p underscore copy, I'll be getting the same set of elements what I have in the person. Now after this, if we make any changes to this p underscore copy dictionary, that will have no impact on the person dictionary. That is what your shallow copy is all about. Set default function. This is used to set a default value for a key if it does not exist in the dictionary. So this is again one more way of adding some new element. So whenever you are adding new element, normally you take a new key and its corresponding value. So this set default also going to do some kind of similar job like adding a new item or new item to the dictionary. So what we can do, we can take some dictionary and we can call set default. Here we can specify some key and then we can write some default. It is by default it is none. Okay. Now let's say we have taken this dictionary person holding two elements as of now. So here we are calling person dot set default. So here I am writing country comma USA. Now this first one is nothing but your key. But as we observe in this person, country as a key is not present. So because it is not present in the dictionary, so it is going to set a default value for this key, that is country. So this country and USA as a pair, key value pair will be added to this particular dictionary. Now when I'm just trying to get what is the value at, that is outcome of this set default here when I'm storing in country. So this country is going to give me the corresponding value of this key. But when I'm printing the dictionary altogether, you can see apart from these two, we also got this new element that is added here. So set default is going to set a default value if at all the key is not available. And this is just like I said, another way of adding a new item to the dictionary. Update function we can use in order to update a dictionary with certain items from another dictionary or an iterable, maybe a list or a tuple, but in the form of key value pair. So how can we do that? So we take some existing dictionary, call this update function, and here you can write some other which can be either a dictionary and it could be any iterable, maybe a list, a tuple or set. But we have to ensure that this iterable should have a key value pair. Okay. So like in this context, we have taken say person having some elements here, two elements we have. Now here we have one more dictionary we are creating, let's say some info holding two more elements here. Now here I am calling person, that is the dictionary, dot update info. So info is the dictionary with which the person dictionary will be updated with, which means later on when I'm trying to print what person dictionary is holding, apart from those two existing elements what it has earlier had, now these two items which are part of your info dictionary also been added here. So as a result, we are able to update this person dictionary with some new details here. Dictionary comprehension, just like in the previous cases like list, set, tuple, we could see the comprehension. The similar way, dictionary comprehension is the very easy way of creating a dictionary from the existing iterables or other dictionaries. Now, how do we go by? So we write some key here and a colon, some value for some variable in some iterable. So this iterable can be your dictionary, can be a list, can be a set or any of the iterables. Now let's see one example here. Assume we have taken one dictionary, a list of fruits where we have three items. because it is a list. We have items in a single entity like apple, banana, and cherry. Now here we are trying to create a dictionary by using my dictionary comprehension mechanism. So here I am writing, this is a key. This is a key. And what is the value is len of fruit. So each of the element that is present in this particular list, it is going to find out the length. So like apple length is how much? This is 5. And this banana length is your 6 and cherry length is your 6. Okay, so now this is going to create each of the element of this fruits, each of the element of this list fruits as key, and what is the corresponding value is the length of each of this item here. So as a result, finally we can see the first item is nothing but apple, which is the first item in this fruits list, and what is the corresponding value is the length of this item, whereas the second item is your banana and followed by the value is your 6. Similarly the third one. So here we are able to create a dictionary with the help of taking this dictionary comprehension. Thank you.